Hello, welcome to another edition of Nerd Bracket. This is the show where we take various fandoms and genres and we put them through the ringer here, so to speak. An NCAA Style Bracket Challenge to determine which is the best of the best. Joining me is a couple people you probably recognize here on this channel. We got Mr. Mitch Rebe as well as Ryan Meyerberg, co-host of PBL here. A little bit smaller group here, but we also have much less of a movie sort of pile to pick from here and pick apart here, because we're doing a little bit more of a niche topic in honor of the Odyssey coming out here this weekend. We are doing Christopher Nolan movies. Now, usually, I should say in the last few, we've done a full 64 movie bracket here. Unfortunately, Christopher Nolan has not made 64 movies just yet.
Yep.
Maybe in Nerd Bracket 2070, we'll be able to do that.
No, 2032.
2030. Okay, He's going to come out with 50 in the next 5 or so years. All right, you heard it here first, folks. We are going to kind of cover all the movies he has done here. We did kind of expand the parameters than what we usually do. Usually we just focus on directed.
Yep.
But this time we're focusing on ones he had hand in writing as well as producing here. So there's a few on this list that I would not necessarily associate with Mr. Nolan.
Yeah.
But we needed to pad the numbers a little bit here. Let's go over the rules in case some people are unfamiliar here. I know you guys are, but in case this is the first time somebody has watched this. Basically, like I said, we're focusing on Christopher Nolan movies. We have 17 total here. So we're going to have one play-in game, and then we're going to do 8 matchups.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an odd number.
All right, let's go.
It's an odd number. We had to sneak in a little play-in game there. And in the past, we've had one little stipulation where you could challenge the vote. Now, basically what we would do is we would have the two movies matched up here. We would all vote on which one we think is the best. Majority moves on. Pretty simple. But you are allowed one challenge. The challenge would be you would get a minute or so to try and convince some other people to join your side and swap the majority. You can only do that once. We're still going to have that here, but I thought we could shake it up a little bit since we have a little bit smaller grouping here. I've added 2 challenges. On top of the regular challenge,
I like it.
we can also do an Inception challenge.
Whoa.
Where you place an idea into someone's head and it automatically brings them over to your side. They don't even have to agree with it. You just have placed the idea in their head, and that's it. Whether they like it or not, they're on your side now.
Okay.
But there's also the Tenet challenge, where if after everything's all said and done, you can rewind the clock and make it not happen. You could basically null and void an argument that's been made, whether it was a regular challenge or an Inception challenge.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Oh, wow.
We each have one each of these 3 challenges, and you can use them up till the final 4. Once we get to the final 4,
you're done.
If you haven't used it yet, we're just going to move on here, because at that point we're at the best of the best here. Yeah. No shenanigans. So you can basically use it during the play-in game, the first round, or the second round.
Okay. So you got 3 rounds. Okay.
As far as the rankings, how we determine that's something we've started doing here. Is in the past we would rank them based on how they were rated, how well they were received. Just to shake it up a little bit, we've been ranking them based on box office. So if there's some that you see that are a little bit lower, and there's going to be a few on here that are lower that people are going to be mad at, it's not because we hate them, it's because they just didn't get as much money in the box office for one reason or another. We'll get into that.
Do better.
Here.
You've got to do better, Senator.
One of them actually didn't have a choice, and we'll get into that here in just a little bit.
Okay, interesting.
Any questions before we get this one started?
No.
Well, let's do it.
All right. Keep track of which challenges you have used or not used for each of us, because I don't have anywhere to write that down here. So
Should we break out the chalkboards from Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
I debated that, but
you lost the debate?
Did
you win?
No, I just figured we could all keep track of 3 things. All right, so let's get right into the bracket here. Like I said, starting things off with the play-in game. We have 17 total movies here to talk about. So the 17 seed versus the 16 seed. 16 seed following Christopher Nolan's very first movie, actually, versus Zack Snyder's Justice League. Again, like I said, we're including ones that are produced by him. That's why Zack Snyder's Justice League is in this, because Nolan did get a producer credit. Yeah. Now, again, you'll notice 17 seed. It's not because we hate it. It's because it went straight to streaming. It didn't even go to the theaters. Ergo, no box office, which is why I got the lower seed here in this. So for all the Snyder Bros who are going to come and hate me on that one, that's the reason. I don't care. I probably would have put it there anyway.
Oh, come
on. Do we need any sort of recap or any sort of discussion on these two here at all, or?
No, I'm ready to vote.
Yeah, I'm ready to vote.
Everyone's got their choice locked in here?
Yep.
All right, who is voting for Following? And who's voting for Zack Snyder's Justice League? Yeah.
I think part of it, the reason why I went with Zack Snyder's Justice League, because I liked this one so much better than the first one, or the non-Snyder cut. I think if I wouldn't have seen the non-Snyder cut one and just watched this one, it might have not scored as high, if that makes sense. But because I had a baseline to judge it to, I like this one so much more.
To be honest, I don't like either version of Justice League, if I'm going to be completely honest.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to go with, but
As he's wearing
I know
a
I
Justice
can't.
League shirt.
Yeah.
There's no like Nolan shirts out there. This is the only thing
Wait,
I
the
had.
Oppenheimer.
But where's a t-shirt of that?
There's a lot of Barbenheimer shirts.
Well, I didn't get that shirt at the time.
Just go get
Where's
one.
yours? Where's your Barbenheimer shirt then? Oh my gosh! If you actually
That would
pulled
be
that off,
wild.
mad respect. If you had waited for that too. All right, yeah. So like I said, I voted on that one, but I'm not going to challenge that. There's nothing I can say to sway the votes on that one there. So let's move on to essentially the actual first round here. Let's scroll all the way to the bottom and work our way back to the top here. We've got the number 6 seed Man of Steel versus the 11 seed Insomnia. You got Al Pacino, Robin Williams in this one versus the Man of Steel, Superman himself. Any sort of recap or discussion we need on this one here at all?
I've seen Man of Steel. I've not seen Insomnia.
So the interesting things about Insomnia, like I said, it's got Al Pacino, it's got Robin Williams in one of his only like dramatic roles here. It's one of the only ones that like is based off of something. It wasn't like an original script from Nolan or whatever. It was like based off a book. Basically, Al Pacino plays this detective. He's called out to this Alaskan town to help solve this missing girl's disappearance and everything. He can't fall asleep for a multitude of reasons. One, there's like some stress from back home that's following him. 2, it's the investigation. 3, this is during the time when the sun is out all day. So he literally does not sleep for days during this. And you see that wear and tear on him and everything.
There's a lot of clips on YouTube from this movie where you see Al Pacino as...
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm ready to vote.
All right. Who is pulling for Man of Steel? And who's pulling for Insomnia? All right.
I'll let this one.
Would you like to use any challenges?
No.
All right.
I'm saving those.
Sweet. Surprisingly, a lot of Superman in this Christopher Nolan bracket here early on, I suppose. But we're moving on to the number 3 seeded Batman v Superman, again, based off box office, versus the number 14 seed Memento. I said Following was kind of Nolan's first film. Memento was his first, like, bigger, like, got him a little bit more, like, it put the spotlight on him, essentially, here. So
This is what I'll say. I love Man of Steel. I do not love Batman v Superman. It's so bad. Do you bleed? It's so bad
all right.
that I don't care who you put up against it. Whoever's going against Batman v Superman, they're gonna win.
Well, we know where you're leaning, I guess, here then. Who's voting for Memento?
Yep.
He hesitated for a minute. I was like, hold up, but you just said all that and you were not going to vote for...
And I'm a little different. I like Batman vs. Superman. I don't think it's as terrible as everybody says. But I just like that dark grittiness and some of the cheese and camp that I don't necessarily know if they wanted it, but...
They got it.
They got it.
Moving on to the next matchup here. It's the Invasion of the Parademons versus the Invasion of the Germans. Justice League versus Dunkirk. All right, so 2 huge battle films here, but only one can move on to fight for another day here. Who's voting for Justice League? And who's voting for Dunkirk?
Yep. The one that didn't move on to fight for another day.
Well, I mean,
Yes,
in real life they did.
Yeah.
In real life they did.
It was still a loss.
Spoiler for those at home. The Germans lost.
I know.
Okay.
All right, let's move on to the next matchup here. Probably one of the more surprising ones that was included here. We got the number 2 seeded Dark Knight Rises versus 15 seed Transcendence. I had no idea Nolan had anything to do with this. I guess he has a producer credit on this one.
Interesting.
Was not aware of that. Had no idea of that.
It transcended Nick.
I guess it did. Does anyone actually remember Transcendence?
No.
That kind of speaks
I
volumes
feel
to it,
like I feel like I saw it.
From what I remember, I know it for sure starred Johnny Depp. and I know for sure he's like getting
Yes.
his consciousness
Yep.
into a computer. So if you're going to make any argument for this, it was ahead of its time.
Yeah, because I remember them going to some like almost like desert, and there's a bunch of like big warehouses. That's what I remember from it. Because I didn't really like it when it came out. That's an old movie. That's like early
That was a while ago.
2000s
That was a while
maybe?
ago.
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
When I hear Transcendence, I think of the Disney show where they wear the fingerless gloves, and they're like
I didn't see that one.
offspring.
The Descendants.
Descendants.
Yeah, the Descendants.
That's what I'm.
Yeah.
That's,
Dove Cameron's on that
yeah,
show.
Dove Cameron. Yeah.
Who would have guessed in the same argument we were talking about Johnny Depp and Dove Cameron in a Nolan bracket?
Yeah.
You never know what you're going to get sometimes. All right, do we have our choices made on this one?
Yeah.
All right, who's pulling for The Dark Knight Rises?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. If you had kept your hand down, I would have used my Inception just to force you. I would have
I should have done that.
I would have wasted my challenge on that.
Dang it.
On that. But yeah, Dark Knight rises to another matchup.
Heyo.
All right, let's move on to the next matchup here. We have the 5th seed Inception versus the 12th seed Tenet. Again, we've seeded this based off box office. I think I've said this before as far as directed, written. Tenet, I believe, is Nolan's weakest movie. Still better than most, though, movies in general. It just feels like in his resume, this is the one that I kind of left going, that I didn't, this was like the first one I left that I didn't go, that was great, that was amazing. I went, that was pretty good.
How many times have you seen it?
I think I've seen it twice.
Both in theaters?
One time in theater, and I know I have the DVDs, so I think I watched it on DVD one time.
Okay.
Does the sound better in the DVD, or because I know that was a
I
problem
don't know. I
with it in
haven't
the
seen
theater.
the TV. Same. Both these two films, they did some weird stuff with the sound, and I liked both of them. I liked Tenet. First time I saw it, I agreed with you. I still think it's one of his weaker films. Still better than 90% of the garbage that's out there right now. But the second time I watched it, I enjoyed it so much more. But
More?
Inception.
Did you enjoy
No.
more than
No.
Inception? That's the real
No.
question. So, are we all choosing Inception on this one here? Okay, we got 2 votes for Inception. All right, so we have 1 vote for Tenet. All right.
did you not like Inception?
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Cut that. So this is going to be a weird argument. The fact that you can spell tenant forward and backwards,
And upside down.
is it really upside down?
Oh no, never mind.
You about blew my mind. I'm like,
We all just stared at it, looking at it,
It
like, wait,
is.
if you flip that T, is that still a T?
If you do little t's and the N as the N like this, then when you flip it, it's still the same.
So, anyways, are you using one of your challenges here at all?
no.
Okay.
Good, because I would have used one to cancel you.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's going to be a tough one for me here, I feel like. But we got the number 4 seeded Oppenheimer versus the number 13 seeded The Prestige. You've got the scientists versus the magicians here in this one.
And
Also scientists because Tesla is in
Tesla's-
Prestige.
Yeah. David Bowie.
Yes.
I've been thinking about this one because I figured these two would match up towards the end. And I was thinking in my head how I was going to present whatever way I was feeling. And it's difficult. I really enjoyed both these movies. I think these are 2 of his best movies. But I would have to go with Oppenheimer because I'm a history guy.
So officially we've got 1 vote for Oppenheimer. Is anyone else voting for Oppenheimer?
I'm also going to.
I am going to officially vote for Prestige.
Okay.
And I think I am going to use my Inception challenge on Ryan. So that way you would have to argue or do something else there. And now I'm forcing him to vote for the Prestige. I've dropped the idea in your head. You are now officially voting Prestige.
Well, then I'm going to use my Inception and make you vote for Oppenheimer.
Oh! Inception! Get the ladder in the dream!
I didn't even think of that.
Boom, Nick.
Oh my gosh.
What?
That
Got
sucks,
him.
doesn't it?
Got him.
So I guess because of my own rules, I could just use my Tenet one then too and undo that. But I don't know if I want to do that.
Do you want to?
I don't know if we want to waste all our challenges just on one year.
Yeah. And he would always win because you went first. So he could counter.
I guess. Okay,
'Cause then
next
he
time
could
if we do this, we
reverse,
have to do like a rule where you can only use like one
Yeah.
per round or something like that. But since I didn't have that rule here, I guess okay, yeah.
It stands.
You played my own game of chess against me, and then yeah, I guess Oppenheimer is moving on.
This comes up a lot in D&D with counterspell.
You counterspelled me.
I did. You tried counterspelling, and then I said, "No, I'm going to counterspell your counterspell." This happens a lot, and then you get like 5 in a row. It's
so
terrible.
what I now realize, instead of trying to be a little stinker and forcing him to do that, I should have done it to you, so you couldn't have done
I don't
anything.
even know if I would have thought of that.
That's what I'm saying is like because you're doing the whole. Anyways, all right. Well, you used my own sword against me.
Fall on it, Nick.
Respect, I guess. All right, here we have up next our two closest seeded matchups here. We've got Batman Begins versus Interstellar, ranked 8th and 9th, respectively.
Oh, you got to be kidding me, Nick.
This is a tough one.
This is
One of my-
this is way worse than Oppenheimer
Yeah.
and Prestige.
I don't know. Should we just vote on this one? Should we just rip off the Band-Aid? Are we leaning one way or another here?
So, what was Nolan's role with Batman Begins?
He wrote and directed that one.
Shoot. 2 banger movies, Nolan. Just, golly.
So
Here's how I'll make an argument for Interstellar. Not the best argument, but I would say the lead role in Interstellar is played by a better actor than the lead role in Batman Begins.
What did he say?
you think Matthew McConaughey is better than Christian Bale?
Yeah,
Oh!
I do.
Oh!
So cards on the table here. I was voting for Interstellar. I was leaning towards Interstellar. I disagree with that argument so much. I almost feel like I have to vote against that and go with Batman Begins.
I mean,
But-
that's your choice.
But am I losing or winning here? He's in my head. Get out of my head, man. Get out of my head.
Get out of my head! Get out of my head! No, nobody's messing with your head, man! Nobody's messing with your
I don't. Okay, see, I don't agree with that argument.
That's a
but
terrible argument.
But I'm still voting for Interstellar. I'm just gonna say that right now. I'm putting up Interstellar. Not for what he said though.
I'm voting Interstellar.
See, and I wanted to go with Interstellar because hold on.
So if you just said nothing, we'd be on to the next round probably by now.
Because correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure they shot some of the stuff for Interstellar on film on 70 millimeter. Not all of it, but I thought they
Probably
did.
a
I
little
thought
bit.
they did some of it.
Probably a little
and
bit.
I don't know if they did for Batman Begins. I don't think they did.
Not in 2005.
Yeah, not until later.
They did.
Nolan didn't have that trust yet with the studio. Plus, it was a Batman movie. The last Batman movie was Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
He had a lot to regain
Yeah.
as far as trust with that
I'm
movie.
going Batman Begins, just for sake of argument.
Just so it gets representation here?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going Interstellar.
Yeah, I'm also going Interstellar here.
Yeah, because you think McConaughey is a better
No,
That
don't make me switch my vote.
That is
I haven't hit paste yet. I can still switch my vote.
Okay.
All right, we're back up to the very top here, revisiting the one that made it in on the play-in game versus the number 1 seeded movie here, The Dark Knight versus Zack Snyder's Justice League. Who is pulling for The Dark Knight to move on? Yeah, that's
that
right.
one's an easy one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy one.
I don't like it.
You don't like The Dark Knight?
No, I do.
Oh.
I just wanted to see Zack Snyder's Justice League go farther.
All right, on to the next round here. Again, remember, this is the last round you have to make any of your challenge plays. Once we get the final 4, no more of those. So let's move on to the bottom one here. Insomnia versus Memento, 2 of his earliest films here. And this is now just hitting me how hard of a matchup this is for me. Holy cow. I love both of these movies.
Which one has Robin Williams with it?
That'd be Insomnia.
Insomnia. Okay. Spoiler. Who's Mitch going to vote for? We'll never know.
Well, it's not a comedy role, I should point out. Well, I'm not going to spoil that. Any other thoughts anyone has or any other discussion we want to do with this one here? All right. Who's voting for Memento? who's voting for Insomnia? All right.
R.I.P. a legend.
On to the next matchup here. We've got The Dark Knight Rises versus Dunkirk. Two, I guess, essentially down on your out underdog stories.
Well, I would say it's 2 Tom Hardy movies with his face.
That's another good point, too. What are we thinking? We got our choices kind of made here?
Man, yeah. Okay. Yep, I got my mind made up.
All right. Who is voting for The Dark Knight Rises? And who's voting for Dunkirk?
Oh, wow.
That one hurt me a little bit,
Yeah.
but ultimately, I've got to admit,
Yep.
this one's got pacing issues. This one, even though I think is longer, doesn't have as many pacing issues.
No,
so.
because you have a stopwatch going the whole time.
Yeah, that too. All right, on to the next matchup here in this round. We've got Oppenheimer versus Inception. Two, I think these are the ones that are like the most nominated, probably, of Nolan's.
Probably.
No, Inception, I know, had quite a few. Oppenheimer definitely had quite a few
Had a
there.
few.
So as far as Oscar-wise, these are the two. These are the two big ones here.
Can I see the other 2 matchups before we decide?
No.
What?
Boom roasted.
Why
We're
not?
focusing on this one.
I know, but
What's happening here should not be affected by anywhere else.
yes, it does because I have one of my things left, and I want to know if I should use it now or later.
No, that's part of
Haven't you
that's
been paying
part of
attention?
it.
I just need a refresh.
No, there's a reason why I'm only showing so much.
He's just mad because I beat him at his own
No,
game.
that's how brackets work. Just because another team is winning halfway across the country doesn't automatically mean another team is going to start pulling ahead. It's not how brackets work. You got to focus on these two.
If DraftKings had a say in it, that's how it would work.
Well, DraftKings doesn't have a say in it.
They could have.
They could if they want to sponsor us. If
If
DraftKings want to sponsor us, I will rig this however they want to. I will sell my soul. I don't even care. But let's think about these two right here. We're focusing on these two.
Yep.
Oppenheimer versus Inception. So, who is voting for Oppenheimer? I'm going to vote for Inception. I'm trying to think if I can even make an argument for this.
I'll listen.
I know you will, but I'm trying to think if it's worth making it or if I.
He saw me say the McConaughey thing, and now he's questioning if he should even make arguments.
I was this close to switching my vote, going Batman Begins there. I swear to God. You know what? For the hay of it, just because I can use it, I'm going to use it. I'm going to do my challenge here. So,
Okay.
do we care if I time it or not, or I can
Yes.
keep it to around a minute?
Yeah, that works.
All right. So Inception has multiple layers to it. That's obviously the point here. So there's a lot more you have to keep organized, not only as a writer but as a director, as far as how you are shooting things, as far as how the characters are interacting with things, and how to time it all just right. From an editing perspective, granted, Christopher Nolan wasn't the editor, but he obviously had a lot of heavy influence on that. And it's a pretty original story here. As much as I do love historical biopics that are done right here, and I do believe this is done right, you could make the argument a lot of the story is already written here. So some of the work, at the very least, is already done. Whereas this is something he had been working on for, I believe, about 10 years, give or take. Just kind of planning it out, thinking about it, how he wants these layers to interact and everything like that. And it's just kind of a cool, fun concept. And it gives us all the dream that we all want, to be able to sleep for a very minimal amount of time, but wake up well rested. It's what we all want. Anyways, that's 55 seconds. I will stop there.
No, you had good points. I liked it.
So did I sway anyone with those arguments?
Nick,
No.
I think you might have.
Okay.
I'll vote. I'll switch
Yeah,
it.
so you got to officially
Yep,
say.
Yep, I'll switch to Inception.
Okay, so that's 2 for Inception right now. So you have 2 options. You could either A, try and do your own challenge and make an argument and flip that, or you could still use your Tenet challenge and
gonna
reverse and make my argument null and void.
I'm going to use my Inception challenge because I haven't.
That
done
is
one.
yes, that is the third option for you.
So
Yes.
I'm making you switch back.
Okay.
How ironic! The Inception challenge is used to knock Inception
Twice.
out of. No, I'm saying like to
Oh,
knock
yeah.
Inception out of this now. I can't. Yeah.
Nick installed these rules, and he's getting.
I'm getting the most boned by them. But yeah, just like that, the Inception challenge has been used to knock Inception out of the Final Four, or it doesn't even have a chance to go on to the Final Four here.
This is.
I feel like that's going to make a lot of people
tough.
mad here. But let's move on to the next one here. We've got The Dark Knight versus Interstellar here. You got the guy Mitch claims is a better actor than Christian Bale, who's also in this movie.
Yeah.
I already know where I'm going here.
Jordan or LeBron? Or, excuse me, Jordan or Steph Curry?
Some people would say Steph.
They're idiots.
Yeah, so I already know where I'm leaning. Obviously, you
Yeah.
guys know me. So
Yeah.
This one's tough because I think The Dark Knight is obviously I think it's the best Batman of his Batman movies. Interstellar, fantastic.
Everything about Interstellar, the writing, the acting, the music, it's so well put together, and it has that mind-blowing Christopher Nolan effect on it. I mean, you can't spell Interstellar forward and backwards, but that's fine. It's got cool futuristic farming and space travel, and
That's Bill Gates farming.
you guys got to make a decision here.
yeah, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right. Who's voting for The Dark Knight? And who's voting for Interstellar? I don't like it, but I will respect the vote there.
Did we break Nick?
No, this isn't even close to breaking me. No, Interstellar is fantastic.
Okay. I just know how much you love The Dark Knight.
No, it was when we moved Cars 3 on that broke me.
Right.
And just like that, we have made it to the final four here. Last two matchups. Let's start with the ones on the bottom here. Make our way to the top like we have been doing. It's Memento versus Dunkirk. Two movies that I think, well, I mean, Nolan does this a lot, but I think two of the top ones that play the most with time, as far as the order of the story and everything like that. And yeah, but one is just kind of solving one simple murder.
One
is
yeah.
a wartime film. I know where I'm going. I don't know where you guys are kind of leaning or thinking here, but
I think I got to go Dunkirk for me personally.
all right. So you're officially pulling for Dunkirk?
Yep.
Well, then I will then say I'm officially pulling for Memento.
Oh.
Nice.
Because I kind of want to put him in the middle here now, and
Yeah,
it's a
no.
little tug of war.
All right. Can I give you guys each a minute to persuade me?
No.
Okay.
You like how he tried to flip the power back on him,
Yeah.
and he's like, you're like, no, you get to make this decision, buddy.
Well, there's a lot of cool things I like about Dunkirk. Obviously, the pacing, the time. You have three kind of separate stories that all get told throughout it. Like one's like, what is it, like the hour that they're in the air, the afternoon, and like the full day. And then, but I really like Memento. And I like that he started using IMAX stuff in Dunkirk, which I'm a huge person of, obviously. Oh,
But
brother.
only one can move on.
I know. All right. I'm going to make my decision.
Two hours later.
I'm going to go with Memento. Because I think if both of these are on TV, Dunkirk is okay to watch. But if I ever see Memento on TV, I'm sitting down and watching it.
All right, so moving on to the championship round is Memento, one of the first of Nolan's career here. So let's figure out its opponent with Interstellar versus Oppenheimer.
No choice.
You've already got yours locked in. You already figured out where you're going for?
God, I love both of these movies. So many good nostalgic memories for both of these with me, because I did do the Barbenheimer feature, which was really, really fun.
Which
and
one did you
cool.
watch first?
Oppenheimer.
You watched Oppenheimer first.
Yeah.
Nice.
Go down and then up.
I'm pretty sure one of the Hunger Games came out the same weekend Interstellar did, so you could have done a Hunger Stellar.
I didn't watch Interstellar in the theaters. I watched it at home with my family.
I know. Look, we couldn't find anyone else.
Okay, all right.
Find anyone else, all right?
okay.
It's okay. If I could clone you, I would.
Screw you guys.
Okay, so I think I know where I'm leaning. Remind me, where were you? You said you were locked in.
I'm locked in.
Okay, who are you pulling for?
I'm going Oppenheimer.
Okay, not that I'm not doing this because I'm going against you here. I am leaning towards Interstellar. So now I'm going to put this on you here.
Now it's
to
on
put
you,
in
Mitch.
between.
And we're not going to try to persuade you either.
You're good. I'm a free thinker. All right, I'm going to walk through this out loud. So with Interstellar, I think that was the first ever movie I watched where I was absolutely mind blown with the twist at the end. That was the first movie I recognized the score and appreciated it in the sense of it being a part of, like, integrated in the movie. Like, when you're younger and you're watching a movie, like, you notice the music, but you don't really pay attention to it. That's Interstellar's the first movie I was like, wow, the music really played into this movie, and I really, really like it. But with Oppenheimer, I did the double feature with friends, and I had a really good time. I threw up like 2 hours later because we took a bottom shelf warm tequila shot. Golly, I'm gonna Interstellar. I gotta pick Interstellar. I know. It's got Oppenheimer has Josh Peck or no, Josh.
Yeah,
Peck.
Josh Peck.
And every time I think about that, it just goes to the classic Drake and Josh meme of, "Where's the door? Where's the door, Drake?"
For the record, my reason for voting has nothing to do with McConaughey. I feel like I need to put that on record. That has nothing to do with that. He's great in this movie, but he's not the greatest actor or anything like that.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah. I would say McConaughey is a great actor, but
I'm not saying he's the greatest. I'm saying he's better than
You kind of
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
Anyways, whatever. We'll shame him later.
Yeah.
And with that, we move on to the championship here. Interstellar versus Memento. If you had asked me at the beginning of this which two were going to go up here, I would have predicted these two would have went far. I don't know if I would have predicted these two would have been in the championship here.
I wouldn't have either.
That's just the fun of the nerd bracket, man. You just never know.
I was really hoping to be Interstellar
I made a
Oppenheimer for the
mistake.
champion.
So I guess any thoughts in our heads? Do we know where? Does any of us know where we're going? I know where I'm going.
I know where I'm going.
I know I'm going to.
Okay. Well, then let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Let's just figure it out and see what happens here. Who is voting for Interstellar? Who's voting for Memento? And because of my own rules, I can't make any sort of
We're cooked.
challenge here. Unless well, no, I already used my regular challenge anyway, so I couldn't even if I wanted to.
That stinks.
You voted for Interstellar. What are you talking about? We won.
Yeah, but it's not better than Oppenheimer.
There's always a crybaby.
That's why it's a bracket thing.
There's always a crybaby. This might be the most sad finale. I feel like we've been
I'm through
I
the
just feel
moon.
like there's always more hyped about it at the end here. But yeah, Interstellar, I agree with you. One of the first movies that blew my mind when I was in the theater. When I watched it with a friend of mine in high school who was going for engineering, so we actually kind of knew a little bit more about all that stuff. So we were able to actually
nice.
talk about it afterwards and everything. And I was able to talk about the filmmaking practices and everything there. But I don't know, the reason why I kind of was pushing Interstellar and towards the end there, Memento, was because of the originality. Mm-hmm. Like, we have not seen a film like Memento since before it.
Yeah.
And Interstellar, I think, was more original than some of these other ones it was going up against, but it kind of took some of the aspects in other space operas and just amplified it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
I
everything.
agree.
So, just like that, Interstellar takes it all here. And based on our opinions here, based on the bracket challenge, is the best Nolan movie here. Again, based off of our opinions. So, if you have a differing opinion, you think another one should have moved on here, gone farther, or if you have a different fandom or a genre you'd like us to try out in this format, let us know in the comments down below. But I'd like to thank these two for joining me down here once again in the bracket pit in the Thunderdome as it were here. And can't wait till next time. And until next time, subscribe to this channel for more videos like this here on Omni Entertainment. This has been Nerd Bracket.